Hey YouTube family, this is Loren here. Again, I'm back with another video, and this video is basically an idea of, recession proof ideas. Things that you guys can do if you have zero money. Like literally you're like, I'm scrounging around because I need to make cash right now. I'm going to give you guys my personal story where I had to literally start a business because I needed to make money right away. I was working a full time job, but the problem was I wasn't getting enough hours, therefore, I wasn't making enough money. I needed to pay my car payment and I was looking to go back to school. So I was also taking like extra courses so that, I could look more presentable when I put my application out for the school that I wanted to go to. So obviously that cost me money out of pocket to do these extra courses, as well as paying for, all of the other responsibilities that I had, basically adulting. Okay. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, I need to make money. Like, my car payment's going to be due. I literally have no money, like no extra money to pay for that car payment, and it's going to go NSF when they take out the funds to pay for my car payment. And I was just like, I don't want to ask, like, like my mom or anything, because like I'm grown, like there's no need to do that. So I had to get creative. So what I did was I put up an ad on Kijiji. Now, for those of you guys, I know like most of my audience is American, so you guys might not know what Kijiji is. It's kind of like a Craigslist, but it's a little bit more authentic. It's a Canadian website where you could just post services that you want people to basically do for you. So I posted the ad on Kijiji and I said, I'm going to do a cleaning business. But what I did was I looked at other ads that was offering cleaning services that was basically something that I could reference to when I would put up my ad. So I was like, okay, let me just kind of jig it up a little bit so that my ad looks more appealing. What I knew coming in is that I didn't have like much experience like cleaning people's houses, because like quite frankly, I don't clean anybody's house but mine. So I had to make myself look more presentable, and I had affordable prices. So I really harped on the fact that I had affordable prices, and like, call me for a quote and I will give you a special offer. So like, let's say you are supposed to charge a square footage of what the home is, like $1 per square foot or something. I don't know what the calculations were, I don't remember, so that you don't undercut yourself when you're cleaning. And also sometimes when you go to these people's houses and their house is crazy, you're like, okay, like I really do need to charge more. It's like not even about the square footage at this point. It's like, how dirty is this person's house? But at that time, I did not care, because I was like, I just need to make sure that my car payment was paid. So my first call I got, like, I'll never forget, they called me to do a basement apartment. Someone was renting out a basement apartment, and it was a fairly old home. And they were like reconstructing it. So they needed people to like clean out the debris and, make it look very spick and span. So I definitely put in my ad at that time, like I was super affordable and I was super sanitary. I like made sure I like harped on the fact that like I use like products that will make sure that it's hygienic, etc., etc. So they called me. I charged $100, and I think I remember I had to get my sister to help me because they needed it done for a specific time, and I was like, I can't do it by myself. So she helped me, and I'm like so grateful for that. And at that time, like, they were happy because they knew $100 to clean an entire basement, it was a steal. But it was like I was able to pay my car payment. Sorry, I'm like spitting everywhere. But I was able to pay my car payment. So I was like, no, I'm onto something here. So then I get another call. it was like in my area. The girl lived in a basement and she needed someone to clean her basement. She was like, I know like it's dirty, but I really need someone to do it right away. So I was like, okay, no problem. She's like, how much are you gonna charge? I think I charged $95 because I think my car payment was like 160. I can't even remember what it was. And I was like, $95 fine. Because at that point I was like, I basically have my car payment. And I was like, I didn't want to do like a big job. So if I could just get the extra money. So literally I had my car payment literally in a couple of hours. In like one day I had my like 90% of my car payment. And then the next day, like I spent 2 or 3 hours on the second house that I got and I had my full car payment. So I was like, no, I'm going to keep doing this. Let me tell you, baby, I was getting calls and calls and calls and calls. So one call I got was for a rental property to students. So we have a college that's kind of nearby to my home. A lot of students come and rent. So the school's term was starting, a new school term was starting, so they needed to clear out all of the junk from the old students' stuff and then make it ready for other people. And I went in there and I was like, okay, I charged money. And let me tell you, like, this is not a glamorous job. This is not a glamorous job. This is a disclaimer. Guys, it's not a glamorous job whatsoever. And also, like, I know sometimes, like, people are very prideful, but, like, when you want to make money and you have a goal, like, you don't even care, okay, that you're cleaning people's houses or toilets. I was like, I didn't feel like I was above anybody to do that because I haven't done it before, because it was an honest living and I was like, I need to make money right away. And I got the courage and I did it. And I went into their place, but I cleaned and I cleaned and I cleaned. I bleached it out. I almost knocked myself out bleaching because that house needed bleaching. It was a bunch of students. It needed bleaching. And I guess they realized that I undercut myself. They wanted me to do another house. And then they told one of their friends, like, this girl's cheap. Call her. She'll come and clean your house. Went to their house. I went and I cleaned. But what was happening was I was, getting so overwhelmed with calls and I was like doing it on my own. And like my mom started to help me out too, because she was like, oh my gosh, like I feel so bad for you. Like you're doing all this cleaning, you're buying these cleaning products, you're offloading and unloading them. It's too much for you. So then I got to a point where someone called me and they're like, we have 8 properties that we bought and we're putting it on Airbnb. 8. And they wanted to clean. They had no idea that I didn't have a cleaning crew. So, but at this time, like I was literally heading to school. So guys, I want you guys to go back with me. I literally told you that the money that I was trying to get off of my ad on Kijiji, cleaning people's houses, was just solely for the car payment. But I wasn't thinking beyond the fact that like this could now pay towards tuition for the school that I was trying to get into. Like I had to start to realize, like, do the numbers, this could become a real business. And when I'm looking back now, like I probably shouldn't have even gone to school. What I should have done was expand, because I made my own business in literally 2 minutes after just putting up an ad. And it was just a convincing ad that just had writing that could just captivate my audience. And I made sure that it was better than my competitors. And that's how my business got started. And I did it up until I had the time that I needed so that I could go off to school. And my car payments were paid on time. So now I was going to work and I didn't have to worry about all of the extra, money that I had to basically come up with. So sometimes like we don't have the money, and I'm saying this to encourage you guys, just go on a leap of faith and be creative. some of you guys that are watching me, or know someone, are probably way more creative than me, that have way more talent than I do, that you don't realize that you can literally market. Literally, you don't realize if you put in an ad, you can see for yourself, like, okay, can I make money off of this? Okay, so if I can make money off of this, is there somebody else that's doing the same thing that I'm doing? And if they are, how are they marketing themselves? Look at the ads, see what they're saying, and then see how you guys can basically come in and wipe out their customers. I think the key is when you start, right? You want to just start, so you might want to charge a little bit less. You can't go in there cocky because they don't know you yet. So you can't go and, let's say, for example, you're going to do the cleaning business. Okay, don't go in there saying, yeah, well, I'm going to charge $300, $400, $500 on the house right away, because they don't know you. You have not built that rapport with that person yet. Okay, so I would advise you first, just charge the basics. So like what it would cost for you to buy the supplies, so you could get the money back on that house, that one house, because you're gonna have to buy supplies. Make sure you buy the supplies and you charge the money that it's going to cost to buy all those supplies, and then you want to make sure that it covers a bill. So okay, let's say you guys also have a car payment that's coming up, and maybe yours is $500 a month for your car payment. So you want to make sure that you can at least get a house. Okay, it's $250. You want to at least say $250. Okay, let's work with maybe half. So you won't maybe charge $250 to clean the whole house, because that's quite a bit of money, right? But so then, maybe you could start off with like $100 or $125, so that that you're almost there, right? So then the next house that you can charge $100 each time. So then you can roughly, you can maybe say, I'll do 4 houses for $100, and then you'll basically have $400. So like, you're not gonna spend 8 hours of your day cleaning somebody's houses, because I'm kind of gearing this to the people who are working already, but you don't have the time to be cleaning your house, or whatever service that you think you could provide. You might not have the full day to do it. You're not ready to walk away, but like, you literally don't have the extra money. Like, you literally are like, I have pennies. And then like, even if you don't have the cleaning supplies, like, you might not be able to buy the cleaning supplies, okay? But you really need the money. Guys, just like, sanitize your cleaning products and use this cleaning products that you have in your house. Like, I know it sounds bad, but like, you really need the money. And then that's if you have no money. You must have some cleaning products, or make your own. Literally, I started making my own cleaning products. I was making like vinegar, like the cooking vinegar. I was using that because that's a good cleaning product. I started Googling like little household products that I can make, just to cut costs, because it can get a little bit costly, and sometimes like, the cleaning products are not that great, and you want good results. So what I started to realize was like, okay, I can leverage this. Like, I can start using products in my house to make up cleaning products that are probably more like, not as dangerous to my health, and like environmentally friendly, and then it would maybe give more results than to what they are used to when they have cleaners coming into their place. So that's what I started seeing. So what I would encourage you to do, if you guys are going with this idea, like the cleaning business, and like, again, you guys can apply this if you have the same idea, but with the cleaning business, what I would encourage you guys to do, right? First is get that ad, look at the competitors, see what they're saying. What are they charging? Undercut. Like, you're gonna snipe them. Snipe their ad, retweak it, make it better, charge a bit less, have the goal. What is the first bill you want to pay? Even if it's your phone bill, and you're like, oh, my phone bill is, let's say your phone bill is $50 a month. $50 a month for your phone bill. You're obviously not gonna charge $50 to clean a house, unless it's like something like really, really, really small. $50, you're going to charge $100 so that you have paid your $50 for your phone bill. You have the money for that. And then the $50 can go towards, putting back into the business with like buying other cleaning supplies. These are just like little goals. So when you have a bill in mind, that's how I was able to do it. That's how I started. So I wasn't going with like, oh, I need to make $1,000 right now. One bill off of my chest. Whew, one bill off of my chest from starting a cleaning business in literally 2 minutes. Find the competitor's ad, make it better. And then start Googling cleaning products, like cheap ways you can get cleaning products. Some of you guys know like Dollar Tree and Dollarama Canadians, guys. I gotta speak to my Canadian people because Canadians, we also want to know how to make money, right? Like we're in North America, but like it's not as good as the US. We need to know how to make that extra money. Guys, I'm speaking from a Canadian. Like if you need that extra money, you can get that extra money. You just have to get up and do something. You can't sit there and be like, yo, I need money. I don't know where I'm gonna get that extra money. Maybe I need another job. Like having another job is good, yes, if you can get it. And I'm gonna even do another video about that too, of how you can leverage having a full-time job and getting another full-time job and not having to be there physically. I'm gonna do a video on that. But start off with what you can provide on your own and do it on your own terms. Because what was happening to me, guys, is that people were calling my phone and it was to the point I had to refuse. I had to refuse my calls because it was so overwhelming and I was one person. And like my mom, obviously she wanted to help me, but I was just like, you know what? Like I did this to get into like help myself, and I don't want it to be a burden for you. And even if I can help you, I'm doing this to help you as well, So I would encourage you guys to like go out there. Don't watch anybody. When it comes to your making your money, you don't need to feel no ways about making your own money. You don't need to feel embarrassed. Oh, people are gonna see me that I'm cleaning houses. Who cares? Who cares? You could even consider doing it in like a jurisdiction that's like a neighboring neighborhood if you're not comfortable. Because like with Kijiji, you can literally put like your postal code of where you would like to work in. And if you guys, this is a little sidebar, like if you don't want to actually go out there and clean the houses yourself physically, what you could do, and this is for Americans, guys, it's Kijiji. Just Google Kijiji because it's spelled like Kijjii, some crazy spelling. Americans, you guys can do this as well if you guys are able to contract people out. So you put your phone number on the ad, they call you, and then you can just like dispatch people out there. I know this is something definitely you guys can do because I know you guys have a site that's like just like Kijiji to do this. You could literally get these contracts, like little subcontracts where like someone needs to clean for maybe one time a week, and then you could maybe charge accordingly. So it's like, okay, this is how much you're gonna charge to clean the house, and then you're gonna take your cut because you were able to get the actual customer, and then you've given it to someone and like you give them the rest. And then you could just do that till it makes sense. You could literally have an ad where you're looking for cleaners, and then you get the clients and you can give it to them if you personally don't want to clean. Because honestly, it gets crazy. If you guys do exactly how I'm telling you guys, you will get multiple calls. You'll get multiple calls, right? And especially if you know like the area that you want to clean in, where it's like they have like a high disposable income, they definitely need cleaners all the time. So you know that when you come in with your little, oh, I'm charging $100, they're gonna be like, what? You could even up it at that point because you know they have the income, right? You could just say, no, I can charge you $200. You guys made $200 on cleaning a house for a couple of hours. So I'm telling you guys like what worked for me. I'm not telling you guys about things that I've not tried. This is what I have tried. This is tried and proven, you know? And this is our real experience. I know you guys have all experienced it. And then you guys can take this business, leverage it, invest into something else. This is something that you don't have to do long term. This can be just something like, I need money right now because like bills are up to here, you know? I know how it is when you're like, okay, I don't know how to bring in the extra funds, especially with all of the talks of economy going down, the recession, you know, the housing market crashing. It's very alarming. It's very overwhelming. So in the event, right? In the event, God forbid, in the event that you were laid off or hours are being cut, you know, you need something to fill in the gaps. Try this, guys. Like, you can't go wrong with a little cleaning business. You know, it's a good little side hustle. You make your own hours. People will be able to tell you, okay, can you come and do this? And you could say no if you don't want to do it and if you're not comfortable. And I also want to put it out there. Be careful, guys. Safety is always a priority because sometimes there are people who are a little bit creepy on the web when you make these ads. Try your best to vet it out. What I was doing initially too was like, I wanted someone to come with me just to make sure that people were genuine. Like, they, you know, you weren't just telling me to come clean your house and then next thing you know, I'm trapped in your basement and I will never be able to come out because you actually, you know, we're not going to think like that, but we just want to make sure that we are being safe when we're doing stuff like this, right? You don't know whose house you're entering into their property, so you want to be safe, you know? So just be mindful, because some people you could tell off of the bat that they're just calling you because they're trying to play games. They don't actually want to clean, or sometimes they're like a little bit I have a little bit of stories that they're a little bit slack. They're looking for something else. And it's like, okay, that service is not here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. But guys, honestly, don't be discouraged when you need to make an extra dollar. Like, okay, aside from the Ubering, DoorDash, like, you know what I mean? You can try this. You literally can try this because you could charge whatever you want to charge, right? Have the goal. You have a bill, you have a goal. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you will get paid for. I can guarantee you guys, you will have that paid for if you start. So easy. That's how I started. You know? So like, hit me up if you guys want to like get more like ideas and you have more questions of like actually how I started it. And I'm definitely go into more depth with Q&A about how it like really what it took to get into it. But I'm telling you guys, like, it wasn't a lot of investment. It wasn't. I'm telling you guys, I'm willing to share more ideas that just kind of gave me like, you know, some little financial freedom, like I can kind of breathe. I'm going to be giving those tips and, you know, investment ideas just so that you can have like the burden off of, you know, and the stress off of you, because like you might not want to be the most wealthiest person, but you want to be comfortable, right? So look out for my videos. And again, thank you for all of the likes. Subscribe, everyone. Subscribe, and I appreciate it.